Every day I see a new video or I have a conversation with the man where the man is saying something to the effect of women are delusional. And what do men mean when they say women are delusional would be the first question. So what I think men say when they say women are delusional, the things that they are saying are delusional are things that women do for men. And it is the things that women already are themselves. So when a man says a woman is delusional, usually what they're actually referring to versus what they act like the woman is saying. So a woman can be like, I want a man that is economically responsible and economically viable, financially responsible and economically viable. And a man will hear, you want a sugar daddy. A woman will say, yeah, since I'm going to be doing all of this labor in the home and taking care of you, me, the kids, the estate, whatever, I want you to be able to provide for us as a family. The men hear, oh, you want somebody to take care of you like you're their child. That's how men try to frame it. And the thing that makes women delusional in this case, in men's mind, is how attractive or unattractive the woman is physically. That's typically the thing that will make a man say something to the effect of, oh, she's delusional. Because if a woman is attractive enough, a man will concede that she is worthy of whatever whatever activity or action, I should say, the woman is looking for. Whatever characteristic, whatever it is, based on attraction, the man will say, oh yeah, no, she deserves that. Oh, she a dime. Oh, she deserves that. That is typically how men view these things. And I just find that to be so very odd because, like I said, the things that women are asking of men are things that women do themselves. Women are economically viable. It's not like a woman is broke, dirt poor, struggling paycheck to paycheck and expecting a man to make $150,000 a year. And I know that there are dumbass videos on the internet of, women rage baiting men, and you guys fall for it all the time. The men take the bait all the time. You take all the rage bait and you trump it up and act like, yeah, see, I told you. Men will see a video of a woman who is clearly rage baiting, clearly just saying shit for attention, and try to act like, oh, see, this is how most women think. But in their real life, they'll have one or two or three or four women that they have access to or have had access to in the recent, past or current, or present that they have access to. And those women won't be expecting any of that type of shit out of them. Nothing. They won't expect anything like what that woman that is asking for these quote unquote crazy demands are asking for. That she's not asking for anything like that. She's asking him, to be present. She's trying to get him to pay attention and to actually express himself and open up and, whatever. None of that other shit. None of that money shit. None of that, oh, you have to take care of me or anything like that. But even with that, even when a woman is simply asking for a man to take care of her emotionally, mentally, a man will say she is still being delusional. A woman, if she asks or expects a man to be kind to her, she's delusional. What? Why would a man be nice? Men don't have anything to be nice about. We're men. If a woman expects a man to be vulnerable, no, don't ever be vulnerable with a woman. She's going to throw it in your face. Why would I ever do that? We're men. She wants a man that's sensitive, like Ralph Transvan sang about years ago. Why would a man ever be sensitive? That's for women. The things that you guys say or the way that you guys react when women say that they expect a certain behavior from you or of you, the thing you constantly hear from men is, oh no, that's what women do, or men don't do that. Men or women do this. That's what women do, which goes to show you that my point stands. The things that women are asking men to do are things that women actually do. Women ask men to be vulnerable. Women are already vulnerable. Women are asking men to be honest and forthright. Women are already honest and forthright. Women are asking men to be faithful. Women are already faithful. So I'm not understanding how any of this can be misconstrued. I'm not understanding how any of this can be interpreted as delusion. And also, let me just say this too. Even if a woman works at Chuck E. Cheese, but she expects a man to pay all of her bills, I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't even hurt her. She is saying the only way that I would be willing to deal with one of you nakers is if you guys are paying all of my bills, if you guys are taking care of me 100% financially, and if you're kind, courteous, sweet, genuine, so on and so forth. Who are you to tell her she's being delusional? The reason why that shit doesn't work with women, like when you guys say that to women, is because women don't get mad at men for not being like that. It's not like they're over here depressed and crashing out every day because they can't find this magical man. I spend a lot of time on the internet, but I don't spend a lot of time on the internet, if that makes sense. I understand my mind exists outside of the internet. I know the internet is real. I'm not one of those people that be like, the internet ain't real. Even real life ain't real. What I'm saying is the majority of women do not actually live like that. The majority of women are not actually out here suffering because they can't find a sugar daddy. The majority of women are not out here chasing a man around, hoping to find this perfect man or Prince Charming. The majority of women are not doing that. Maybe they were at once upon a time. They're not doing that anymore. There was probably a small window between the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know. Maybe. But women aren't doing that anymore. Not from what I can see. It seems like women are like, yeah, I'm cool with being single. I'm cool with being by myself. I'm actually happier by myself. All the trends I see of the women when they were like, sometimes I think about getting into a relationship again, and then I'll remember how the last one had me, and then you swipe. Like you're looking at this picture of this like beautiful, glowing person, and then you swipe and you just see the light just gone. You know what I mean? And you look in their eyes and they're just dejected. Yeah, I think they're learning their lessons. I don't think too many women are out here chasing a man, right? I'm trying to convey this to men in a way that you guys can understand. You guys are allowing men to tell you these lies about women. Because this goes deeper than just dating, by the way. This is not just about dating. This is just how you view women overall. If you view women as petulant children that just whine and cry and try to have their way all the time, then it's going to hinder how you treat women on a day-to-day. You don't have to be romantically involved with them. But if that's how you view women, then that's how you're going to treat women. You're going to treat them like they're children, which will just put women in harm's way. So this is not just about dating, but we can talk about it through the lens of dating. That's fine. Men are obsessed with this idea that women want to be coddled, that women want to be treated like children, as men would say, if a man takes care of her. When in reality, I've never understood that, by the way. I think it's one of the weirdest things ever to say that women want to be treated like kids. And I'm sitting there going, you be hunching on your kids? You be having babies with your kids? Like, what's going on here? Your kids be paying bills and your kids plan out all the birthday parties and buy all the birthday presents and Christmas presents and take everybody, and take all your children to the doctors and, clean up after. Like, this is what kids are doing. This is not childlike behavior in my mind at all. Seems like a fucking adult. And I just got done making a video about a woman who was basically trying to compel her husband to make more money. He had 2 degrees and he chose to be a bus driver working 30 hours a week. And she said that he liked his job. You know what I'm saying? She said that he just really liked his job. And that's fine. But they were struggling financially. They have 5 kids. She's pregnant with their 6th. And she's getting scared because she's like, yo, I won't be able to help you in a little while. I got to go back to, I'm going to have this small child, right? I don't look at that as she's some money hungry, delusional woman because she wants her man to make more money. When he had 5, 6 kids with this woman, she helped him get 2 degrees. And then he opted not to use either degree and put them in a financial bind where she would have to work 50 plus hours a week. Her words, not mine, while he's working 30 hours a week. Plus, I'm sure she's still taking care of the vast majority of the labor in the home. I don't think that woman is delusional for asking that man to work more. It just seems like conveniently what men are doing is men are saying that whatever women want that makes sense, that actually puts the onus or the responsibility of being the better person in the relationship on the man, he is going to call it delusional. It's just a deflection tactic, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing to witness. It's like top flight gaslighting. And I see it all day long. The reason why I'm making this video right now is because I saw 5 or 6 videos within the span of, I don't know, 20 minutes of how delusional women are. And I wasn't on a hashtag. It's like delusional woman thinks that she should get a high value man because she has 4 kids with 7 baby daddies. And I'm like, again, who does that hurt? How does that hurt you? Why are you so affected by a woman having a preference? That preference doesn't do anything to you. You don't have to live up to her expectations or her preferences, because the vast majority of women do not require that. So just go find one of them if you're interested in one. A big part of this is if one woman has any expectations, you fear other women will also have any expectations. You guys are fighting so hard to minimize women's expectations, to keep them as low as possible. That has to be what it's about, right? That has to be what it's about. And at its core, it goes back to this idea that men are just owed whatever woman that we want simply because we're men. It doesn't matter our character. It doesn't matter our status. That doesn't matter. Men are very boring. The reason why men are boring is because men are so shallow. We're not really that layered, right? Like Shrek said that he was like an onion. Men aren't like onions. Men are like 2-ply paper towels. We got what you see, and then we got right behind what you see, which is pretty much what you see. And it's kind of, it's like the same piece of paper on both sides. We're not really these like deep individuals. We're not, because we don't allow ourselves to be, and we don't work on it at all. We're not actively out here trying to be the best versions of ourselves. We're not actively out here trying to be decent human beings or anything like that. We're just not. We're literally just out here trying to see what we can get out of women. And that is sad, to say the least. And I really don't like that for us. I really need us and want us to be better, because I know we can be better, but we're actively choosing not to be better. So at some point in time, I'm hoping that men who are actually the delusional ones, because the things that men require out of a woman, like I said earlier, are things that he is not willing to give that woman. Therefore, to me, he is delusional. A man wants a woman to be honest, but he can lie. A man wants a woman with a low body count while he's trying to have sex with every woman in the city. A man wants a woman to give him her undivided attention while he entertains another woman, and then wants to spend time with his homies on the back end, and then play video games, and then. A man doesn't want a woman to worry about her career, but he wants a woman to build his empire with him. He doesn't want a woman to protect herself or to live the fullest life that she can by making sure she has enough money. No. He wants her to rely on him financially, but don't really have any real expectation of maintaining a certain lifestyle. So he gets the best of both worlds, because he has a person that is going to meet all of his needs at home, cook, clean, sucky, fucky, all that stuff. But she doesn't get any, she just gets room and board. She just gets a house and running water, and a lot of back talk, and a lot of lip, and a lot of order barking, and so on and so forth. So yeah, men are really the delusional ones. We are the ones who have a problem with our perception. We are the ones who devalue everything, or the vast majority of things that women do, while simultaneously needing every bit of acknowledgement and gratitude for the most minute and minuscule things that we do for women. And I can't even say we do them for women, but whatever that we do in a relationship, you can't even say you're doing it for women or your children or whatever the case may be. It's your responsibility. The way that I look at this is, you have a credit, you know, think of like Equifax, Experian, whatever, right? TransUnion, your credit report. Men are essentially saying that they want credit for buying groceries. And I'm like, I mean, you gotta eat. Why should you get credit for buying groceries? Don't you need food? Now, if you buy the groceries on a credit card and then pay off the credit card in the month, fine. But that's not what you guys are doing. You guys are like doing the thing that everybody has to do, and you wouldn't be able to survive without it. And you're like, where are my flowers? Where are my roses? Meanwhile, women are going above and beyond, sleeping with men repeatedly that aren't, satisfying them, sexually at all. Sleeping with men that seem like they don't even like them. Being generous to men who won't even talk to them or acknowledge their existence half the time when they're alone with each other. Being honest with men who are constantly lying to them, constantly gaslighting them and manipulating them, trying to dominate them. Being open with the man that's completely closed off, but we're not giving them any credit for that. And it's just frustrating. It really is. And I know that there is growth for all of us, but we gotta want it. We really do. We really have to want it.